Since when did saving the world became America's job alone? Watch the raw Senate smackdown rather between Marco Rubio and Merkley. Merkley throws the blame while Rubio throws the facts.
So what happened that weekend has resulted in the death of hundreds of thousands of children, and the estimate for the end of this year is much, much higher. This happened because the law was not followed for consultation with Congress, analysis, bringing in experts, holding hearings. How do you kind of accept what you just put forward, that it was your action to cancel these contracts? Your contracts in this fashion, freezing fund, firing individuals, has resulted in the death of hundreds of thousands of children.
That's false. That's fake. That's just not true. That's a study based on if we canceled every one of these programs permanently. Okay, and I'm reading it right here because I'm glad you brought it up. It assumes a near total freeze in U.S. foreign aid for HIV, AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and other diseases. There is not a total freeze. 85% of PEPFAR recipients are receiving their care right now. But the numbers you're saying, just those aren't real numbers. I understand that's what the school said in the worst case dramatic scenario. And even then, I think it's exaggerated. But there's just no evidence of the fact that, I don't remember what the numbers are, 100,000 children have starved to death in the last 4 months because the United States made reductions to USAID. Well, that first of all is pretty atrocious. That would mean that nobody else in the world is doing anything. We're taking care of the entire planet.
Well, I must say, I think your response does not fit with what the published results were, but there's other groups that have done this as well. There's a study in Nature with healthcare experts from a whole number of leading universities, and they said basically if you shut down USAID, and it may not be fully shut down, but my colleagues who follow this closely say, it's 80, 90% shut down. And Nature study, or published in Nature, said, look, because of what has happened, we will see some 15 million additional deaths over 15 years just from HIV, producing 14 million orphans, and another 10 million people, children and adults, dying from malnutrition, tuberculosis, diarrhea, malaria, and other diseases. And there's even higher numbers from the Friends of the Global Fight Against AIDS. I think it's this rash shutdown without due process of law, that is not coming and doing it in collaboration with rewriting the law, freezing funds, canceling these contracts without consultation, that you have exacted enormous harm on the world.
Enormous harm in the world. Well, again, Rubio just reminded everyone that America isn't the global ATM. It's not the duty of USA to take care of the whole world. You know what? We're 34 trillion in debt. Maybe, just maybe, we focus on our people first. For once, there's a lot of homeless people, a lot of seniors, veterans who needs our help. So for once, let's focus first in America. Stick around on the next video as Judge Janine Pirro is locked and loaded with her take. And trust me, she's not holding back. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell and roll into the next clip before it mysteriously gets fact-checked off your feed. Doc Vince here in Jeff Moore's YouTube channel. See you on the next one. Ciao.